Hi, I'm an Australian living here in Minsk, Belarus, and I'm at Kamarovka Market today. Now, I've already filmed the outside area of the market. I've shown you the fruit and vegetables and the stuff that I buy and how much it costs, and this is the vibe of the place. That's in a previous video. Now I want to go into the main hall here where all the meat and all the dairy and all the bread and all the sweets and the nuts and everything else, spices and so forth are in here. And what I'll do first, I'll just buy the things that I want to buy, and I'll show you where I buy them from and how much I pay and what I'm getting. And then I'll just do a bit of a walkthrough so you can see everything that's here, because it's quite a sizable venue. I'll turn the camera around now. This is my regular cake shop here. Usually come here and buy one or two items and eat them as I shop, just to keep the energy levels up. Just maneuver in here. So I always buy the Medovik here, which looks like a sandwich. Here it's like a honey cake, very famous in this region. I also like the silver, which is this stuff here. I'm going to eat these on camera later and show you kind of what's inside and what's happening with them. So again, the exchange rate's around 2.5 for $1, so most of these things are less than $1 each. Medovik is around kind of 90 cents there. The kartoshka, not to be confused with kartoshka potato, but kartoshka, this fudge stuff, that's only like 35, 40 cents for a good ball of fudge. It's quite nice. Alright, this is the place where I always get baklava. We've also got lots of nuts here. I'll show you some of the nuts just while I'm here. It's the normal cashews, Brazil nuts there, almonds, walnuts in and out of the shell, pistachios, peanuts. So one thing you will notice is there's a lot of different prices, so they really into grading the nuts and grading different things here. So you can see there's cashews, but they've got 37, 40, 50, and you can see they're getting bigger and bigger each time. So remember, the exchange rate's around 2.5 for one. This is around $20, around 16, and around 15 US dollars per kilo. Let's see, some walnuts down here as well, some almonds, all kind of around $15, $17 per kilogram of nuts. I'll just take you inside here and show you the baklava I usually buy. It's still 35 per kilogram. Some good varieties there. So it ends up being whatever that would be, $15 roughly, $14 per kilogram. But of course, you know, I'm buying 4 pieces, which might be 150 grams, which might be around $2, but they're very tasty. All right, the lady doesn't want us filming her. She's too beautiful for the world, she says. Можно, yeah, да, say 4 где-то. Хорошо, спасибо. Все. Alright, so we're getting some eggs here. Now there's a bit of a system here with the eggs. First of all, you just buy as many as you want, so you don't get them in dozens. If you want 5, you get 5. If you want 25, you get 25. And there's a system here so there's like a code, right? So D and 0. So 0 is the size, it means it's the biggest, and then 1 and then 2 is the smallest, and then D means it's fresh, so it was laid less than 10 days ago. If it's a C, it means it's more than 10 days old. So if you go to the supermarket, what you'll get is C here a lot, because they're older ones sitting in the carton and so forth. So I'll get these ones here. These are the biggest and the freshest, and it's 2.8 for 10. So I'll get 30, and that'll be about $3.50 for 30. Oh, a couple of cracked ones there. Get rid of that one. Das Vidania Yitso. A new one in, looking good. Got 30. Actually, another cracked one. There you go. Got 30 non-cracked Yitsa. This was 8.4 rubles, so yeah, 3.4, 3.5 US dollars for 30. Just tie them up there with the string, see with the green string, and it makes it easy to carry. You can kind of just carry it. I'll show you in a moment how it's done, because you start running out of hands at the moment. I'm carrying about 10 kilos worth of food already. I haven't got to the meat yet. There you go, tying it up there. Beautiful. Nice and thorough, making it easy for transportation. So this is the go. We carry it like this. Got 30 in there. Carry it by the hands there. Pretty cool. So these are all different cuts of cow, and I've just bought some. I don't even know what it's called here, but it would be called eye fillet in Australia, which for me is the premier cut here. nice and lean, very tender, very tasty. It's around 35 rubles per kilo. So that's around 14 US dollars a kilo for what is very good quality. See, that's tongue, yazik, different organs and stuff. We've got a replacement. So this is what I just bought here. This cut, which again would be called eye fillet in Australia. Yeah, all depends what you get, but it's all around. I'll show you the prices here. So you're looking around anywhere from kind of $5 to maybe $15, depending on exactly what you're going to get there. You can see ribs there are 17 rubles. All right, I'll take you for a walk through now. I want to show you what's around. We're at the bread end here. So we'll start off with some bread. I'll just walk you through again, show you what's around, let you soak up the vibe a little bit, and see some prices as well. At the bread end here. So how much is a loaf of bread? Looks like we're around, depends which one you get. You can see you're looking at around kind of $1 plus minus 50 cents, depending on the exact one you're getting here. You've got some, looks like hachapuri, but the sign is different. Oh yeah, hachapuri. So it's kind of cheese bread. There's different variations, what we know, this Georgian food. Quite tasty, this hachapuri stuff. It's hachapuri, it's kind of dangerous because it's got a lot of calories, a lot of calories in there. All right, got some more bread. Let's get around to the cake section. I really love the cake section. I think what Belarus is famous for, it's definitely dairy, like everyone knows that, but also cakes, or tarty, famous for this as well. In terms of actually really good quality stuff that gets exported, that people want around the world. So that's all the bread done. Let's look at some cakes here. So typically, again, things are very flexible here. You don't have to buy pre-packaged, pre-sized anything. You just say how much do you want and they cut it, right? So this is all the per kilogram price. So for example here, you got this kind of cherry cake here, which is 14 rubles, 50 kop per kilo. So that's around, that's a lot of maths, $6, sorry, per kilo. And you just say how much do you want. You want 100 grams, 200 grams, 3 kilos, whatever you want, they just cut it off. Much more efficient. They don't force you into, it has to be 100 grams or 500 grams, just whatever you want. See the different kinds of cakes here. All kind of similar price, around $5. Lots of cream. Oh man. As I say, Belarus is known for its cakes and babushka's traditions handed down. And she knew what she was doing, I tell you what. These are delicious. Let's move on. We've got some more pre-packaged ones here, kind of for occasions or take to your friend's house or someone's birthday or whatever. Birthday cakes. You can see simple ones here. Around $3 for this cake. Quite cheap actually. Some bigger ones. It tells you how heavy they are as well. Let me get the traffic here. This is 900 grams. This cake here. See some kind of more birthday cake type stuff here. These are around kind of $10. Stuff in there. Let's move around. More of the same. Then we've got some vegetable type stuff here. Some cabbage and carrot. You know, whatever happens, any Belarusian food, the chance of cabbage and carrot showing up is pretty high. Let's have a look down here. There's not a lot of activity, but you know, as I said in the previous video, when you got the grandmothers lining up, you know that this is the best deal in the place. Oh, kuzni. All these sausages here. It's around $4 a kilo for those snags. Some more fresh meat here. This is like pig. Yeah, it says svinina, which is pig. Still around kind of $4 per kilo. I'm kind of everyone's way here. I'm just going to move up a little bit. Everyone's so polite here, they're all kind of getting out of my way, and I'm kind of blocking about 100 people, so I'll move up here. Got some more sausages. Similar situation, about $3 or $4, $6, $7 per kilo. This looks like just chicken fillet, chicken breast here. Chicken breast. This is really good quality stuff. If it's 20 rubles, that's like $8. That's really good quality. It's probably some kind of hyper organic something. Lots of traditional sausage type stuff here. Different kinds of mince and what have you. Oh, I missed out on the honey. Oh, big mistake. The honey is a thing here as well. Honey and honeycomb. I've actually got some already, so I won't buy. But you can see here different colours of honey. So it means that whatever the bees were pollinating, there were different kinds of crops. So you might have, I know, greshka, what do you call it? Buckwheat is very common. And also got some honeycomb for sale as well. Lots of honeycomb you can pick up there and just eat as they are. So quite a few honey sellers here. A little bit of seafood in here. There's actually seafood in another area as well. Just a little bit here. Salmon. It's quite pricey. So 115 rubles for good quality cut there. So 115 rubles per kilo for salmon, which would be something around $40, $45 per kilo. So pretty Western prices there. Obviously has to be imported. Got lots of chicken here. Different sausages, wings, and so forth. It seems to be around 7 rubles per kilo, so around $3. Pretty much every part of the chicken, except for the fillet. Fillet's a little bit more, or filet, as they call here, but not that different actually. Got some more treated meats here, your hams and salamis and so forth. And what I'll actually just show you. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's it there. I always forget the name of it, but it's essentially fat. And look, I've never tried it because the idea of just eating pure fat is just gross. I'd probably eat anything else, any other part of the animal you want me to eat, I'll eat it. I'm good, I'm down, but this pure fat just freaks me out for some reason. So I haven't actually tried it. But you can see here some of it here. If you know the name, I'm sure you will. Someone watching knows the name. You see the spices on top. It's effectively pure fat there with spices. If you know more about this, let me know. I know that it's very popular, and I know there's a lot of stalls here at the market selling it. So the more stalls that are selling it, obviously the more people are buying it, the more people are eating it. So let's have a look at some sausages here. Sausages are pretty big here. And also very well known, Belarus. That's another thing Belarus is quite well known for. These would be really high quality, pushing $10 a kilo for some of the better ones here. These would be really, really high quality ones. Let's move out of the meat section now. We've done this quite a bit. Let's go to some dairies. As I say, Belarus is known for dairy. It is known. I must smash on my own, I reckon, close to 2 kilos of cottage cheese a week. It's a great lean source of protein. You see some there in the bag there for 8 rubles 10 cop. 8 rubles 10 cop, that's some 10%. So they sell the cottage cheese here based on the percentage of milk content. That's 10% milk content. That's around $3.10, $3.20 for a kilo there. Obviously the less milk, the cheaper it is. There's some 11% for the same price. Many different cheeses here. I'm not really a cheese guy, I have to admit, but there's a lot of variety here, and as I say, dairy is a thing here. The milk is very delicious, very rich in flavour. We've got some there, milk for around 80 cents per litre. Straight from the cow, mate. I tell you what, they'll probably squeeze right into the bottle there. Straight from the cow. You've got some smetana there, which is 29%. Smetana, which is sour cream, just over $3 there for sour cream. Sour cream kind of makes its way onto everything. It's a good, reliable thing to add to basic foods. So you have a bit of a look there at some other cheeses here. Again, I'm not super into cheese myself. More of a sweet tooth kind of guy, as you can tell from buying Medovik, baklava, and everything else. Let's now look at some of the other shops around the sides here, because quite a lot of interesting kind of these side stores around the periphery of the inside area here. Just before I do go up to those levels, you can see lots of spices here. Gives you a very rich aroma. So pretty much every spice you think of. These are typically per 20 grams. Depends what it is, per 10 or 20 grams. Around $1 per 10 or 20 grams. Again, depending what it is, some 30 grams. Obviously, depending on the weight volume. So going on there, got some peppers, some simple black pepper, many spices. There's some cinnamon. As I say, it's very aromatic around here. Really smells like you're in some spice market in Pakistan somewhere. All right, let's go up to the top here. I want to show you, as I say, the Chinese and the Indian stores. So I say the Asian stores, but when they say it's Asian, it's predominantly Chinese stuff because that's who you get here. You get Chinese. You don't get many other Asian, like East Asian or Southeast Asian people. Here you get a lot of Central Asian, of course, but Asian as in kind of Japan, Korea, China, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. You don't get a lot here. Mainly just Chinese students on, you can see, Asia product. There's actually a lot of Russian words that are effectively international words, or they just kind of have a habit of using Russian characters with English words, which makes things a little bit easier. So we're here, Steve's checking out, looks like a foreigner maybe. See a lot of, so we got Korea, Chinese, Japan, Thailand and Vietnam. Here, and you can see the photos of these countries. There's famous areas of Southeast Asia, some Japanese and so forth. You probably see some very familiar, these are very familiar Japanese rice cakes. Very delicious too, actually. You can see some of this, wow, I haven't seen that for a long time. Chili pepper oil stuff that you put on your dumplings. Look at those. Fantastic. Quick look inside. Lots of kind of famous noodles and different kinds of soy sauce as well. Fast, did you? Alright, let's go to the next one. It's funny, when you go in and film someone's food, 90% of the time they're kind of laughing and smiling, hello, how are you? And sometimes they get really angry. And I thought she was going to be angry, that lady, but she ended up being very friendly. Alright, Indian place here. There you go. Producti from India. There are some Indians here, not many to be fair. Some kind of lentils, some spices as well. And this is the view from the top level here. You really get a good sense. This is the opposite. So we came in over that side. This is the opposite side now. That's where the main street is, where you'll walk off stations that way. You keep the Colossus, the seasonal markets that way as well. So you can kind of get a bit of a feel. Let's give you a good pan shot here. Give you a feel of the place. Soaking it right in. This is a Friday morning, so it's not super busy. Friday, maybe 10:30. You come here on the weekend, it can get pretty hectic actually, and that's saying something because, you know, Belarus isn't a hectic kind of place. It's a pretty laid back, chill kind of environment, kind of old school, relaxed country kind of environment here in Belarus. But you do get a little bit of hectic stuff on a Saturday or Sunday down here at the market. It can get pretty crazy, but so there you have it. This is something that I bought right at the start of the video. I bought this in a Medovik, and I actually don't know the name for this exactly because I can't read the handwriting. It's either silver or sliva. It's one or the other. I can't tell because the lady there's got quite messy handwriting. I can't tell which is the I and which is the U. It's either sliva or silver. But nonetheless, so it's got like a biscuit bottom, and you got kind of sultanas underneath this icing, and then when you bite into it, I'll just take a bit of a bite, and you've got this kind of like a soft, sweet, kind of creamy middle. Let me take a bite for you. Check that out. It's a really sweet, kind of icingy, cheesy thing in the middle. With the biscuit base there. These are really good. Calorie dense as hell, but really tasty. Like these are, if you've got a very sweet tooth, you want to be getting yourself some of this stuff.